Negative thoughts, they can either complete you or defeat you. Now, what I mean by that is, for all my people that deal with anxiety, like myself, it's not as bad as it used to be. When I quit weed, that shit just came on crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially when after the crash, when I had PTSD and shit, and just all these negative thoughts would just circumvent and just flood into my brain and shit, like shit that I normally wouldn't think, and just like sometimes it be random shit, sometimes it be pertaining to whatever, and it would affect my relationships with friends, family, whatever. It's so the anxiety is real bad for people with anxiety, but the thing, what I mean by that is, when they come in, you can either let those negative thoughts take over and cause you to say something that you normally wouldn't say, react to something the way you usually wouldn't react emotionally, and it can cause you to lower your own vibration. Like, when they come in, they're already lowering your vibration and your frequency, and it can cause a downward spiral in many areas. But you can also use it to your advantage. What you got to do is, when these thoughts start coming into your head, actually, to even prevent it, you should start meditation, prayer, and all that. But when, let's just say, you're not really apt in that area, you don't really practice that stuff. So when the thoughts come into your head, you can at that point start meditating. But what you should really do is, when you feel them coming in, when you're hearing whatever voice, not literally a voice, I mean, it'd be your own voice, but when you start hearing, the thoughts coming to you, you gotta pause. You gotta take a deep breath and just really just stop time, basically, and you gotta check yourself. You know, take 10 seconds, 20 seconds, however long, before you react to either something somebody said, or even if it's just you're going into you say, whatever reason you get these bad thoughts. Sometimes it's just random. Or if you're in a conversation or something, especially with somebody, you don't really want to project any kind of negative energy onto them. So you just pause, just take a deep breath, you have to use it to your advantage. Kind of like when you're in a fight in martial arts and shit, when you use somebody else's inertia or energy against them, that you use their momentum against them. That's basically what you gotta do. Like, roll with the punches. You gotta block, you gotta dodge, you gotta be fluid with this shit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be a counter puncher. When that shit comes at you, you gotta roll with the punches, you gotta use it to your advantage. You can't, you know what I'm saying, you can't build muscle without resistance. So use it as resistance. When it comes, you gotta start to meditate, think, pause, overcome, start thinking positively. You have to train yourself. It's not easy. Like, especially if you're used to a low vibration, you've been in a low vibration, it'll be harder. If you're in a higher vibration and you just happen to be dealing with anxiety, or for whatever reason negative thoughts come into you, you're more trained to defeat it. But when they come, you have to You know what's going, you know what's happening. Your vibration is being lowered. So you have to put yourself in a mind state to, all right, this negative thing's in my head. So you have to start thinking the opposite. Something telling you can't do something. All right, what the fuck? I know I'm better than this thought. These aren't my thoughts. I can do this. Or something trying to change your perspective about a person or a certain situation. Just be like, I know better than that. Like, why the fuck is this thought in my head? Like, this shit don't even make sense. I don't think like this. This ain't me. So you gotta think, especially if you're in the midst of an argument or conversation, which you should never really argue with nobody. And you should never get out in your emotions or your feelings. I mean, yeah, certain conversations there's passion involved or whatever. But you should never get out of character. But you should, before it's like, let's say somebody says something that kind of makes you feel a certain type of way, and you know that you're probably overreacting to it. Just take a breather and just don't be so quick. You know what I'm saying? We got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Listen more than you speak. Think before you react. Sometimes you're overreacting or reacting the wrong way. We got to check ourselves. And it's hard to sometimes, but we got to check ourselves immediately and just pause and assess what's going on. Like, all right, wherever these negative energies, negative thoughts are coming from is trying to make me react in a way that I don't. That's not me. Or maybe it is you. Or you think it's you because you've been in this low frequency for so long. But in order for you to escape that prison, being trapped around this negative energy surrounding you, and you want to break free from that shit, you have to start. If you want to escape, you got to break the bars. And the only way to break those negative energy bars is with positive energy, positive thoughts. Because you are what you think. You are what you speak. Most High said in Psalms 82:6, ye are gods. You know what I'm saying? We are in the image of the Creator. What we speak, we can shape our reality. And he said, I am. I am, man. Whatever you tell yourself is what you'll become, is what you are. So you think negatively, you're going to react negatively, you're going to see yourself negatively. You want to break those chains and get out that prison, you got to combat the negative thoughts with positive thoughts. It's a war. It's a mental, spiritual war. And if you allow your mental and your spiritual to overtake it, it will become physical. Now you're physically reacting in a negative way, but you can change that into a positive. You can use it to your advantage. You can fight the negative shit, let it make you stronger because you're combating it with positive shit, and you're training yourself to defeat the negative shit. And like next time it comes, it's like, the fuck you talking about? In a way you're battling 2 sides of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like Two-Face. You got your negative side, your positive side, but which one is gonna override? Which one are you gonna allow to be the dominant presence in your spirit? So yeah. Just, you know what I'm saying, meditate on shit when you start thinking bad. And start thinking of yourself, start speaking highly of yourself and putting in the work to to defeat yourself.